Tuesday. From Portland, Oregon, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Portland Snowhawks taking on the Oklahoma City Nighthawks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oklahoma City Nighthawks and the Portland Snowhawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
First down.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving yards, and he's number 7 currently, hoping to move up as time goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it. And
a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Second down and 10.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and...
Now back to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This one is right through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Snowhawks, nothing.
Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
This is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. But anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 45-yard line.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 108 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's McLeod. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll set up to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Receiving team.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd
and 5. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oklahoma City first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now a handoff looking right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He could see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. 2 seconds to go, first quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Back to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nicholson and the defensive backs, they just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there, another 1st down as well.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
There you go. There you go.
A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
These wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Just a 4-play drive that time.
Snowhawks 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The 25-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
11 yards there, 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And it's caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are able to make this a close game again.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now for the point after. It's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
Snowhawks 10.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Yeah, we dominate today.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Back to throw now on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
On play action, they'll throw.
At the 35-yard line.
Going to throw right side here, complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start out west in the capital city of Sacramento, California. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. The Seahawks locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. The Chargers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And that one, all tied. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
first down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Number 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Tackled to the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Pay attention. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pass incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. and that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
Extra point attempt to come here. Rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And on now is the punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking sideline, incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Intercepted.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And his throw here is incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
We're going to call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Incomplete.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere he looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
4-yard pickup on the play. First down.
Now back to throw. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
27-yard line.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there the first down completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up third down
and to give this time to the tailback. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They stop short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
take a 7-point lead now. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 27-20. At time, a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it prior to what would be an important fourth down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And remember...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. Count him now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.